Hi guys, today we are here for Barrett's 4-month baby update and my postpartum update. I don't even know if I have anything to talk about postpartum, but we're going to talk all about Bear. We just went to the pediatrician today and have all of his stats on how big he is. So let's talk about that first of all. So, when Bear was born, he was 7 pounds, 7 ounces, the littlest of my babies by like a pound. And for a few weeks out, even like a month, maybe 2 months, all of his like measurements, he was a very average sized baby. But this month at the 4-month update, the 4-month appointment, he was 16 pounds, 12 ounces, which is in the 74th percentile, and 26¼ inches, which is 89th percentile. Now he still has a little head. It's only in the 19th percentile, and I asked her about that, and she said it wasn't a big deal. But he is a big boy, and yeah, he's right on par with his brothers. He's actually right in between the weight of his oldest brother and his other older brother. So he's right in between my other kiddos. They're all big kiddos at the 4-month mark at least. So I guess we have another big boy on our hands. So he did get his shots today and he did not have a good time with it. He super cried and was kind of hard to console, which is very different than my other two. My other two always did really good with their shots and were like super tough about it and were easy to feel better afterwards. But Bear, at least the past couple times, he takes it very seriously. He is not very happy about the shots at all. So this month he has been doing all kinds of crazy things. So he sits up in his bumbo now. He even sits up in his walker. We put a pillow underneath his feet, and the walker doesn't like move. It just, you know, stands there so he can be upright and see the world. He loves being upright and seeing the world. He does not like to lay back. He's always like trying to do like sit-ups if you lean him back into something. He hardly ever uses his little like bouncy seat thing because he doesn't like to lean back. He just wants to be up and seeing the world. He wants to be held and sitting upright or in his walker and his bumbo. His little thighs, man. That bumbo, I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to sit in that thing because his little thighs are pretty chunky, and I think he's pretty close to outgrowing sitting in the bumbo just because of where the legs fit in that thing. He's also sleeping in his own room, in his own crib, like a big boy. And speaking of sleeping, this kid is an incredible sleeper. Not just like he sleeps long stretches. Like last night he slept like 9 hours, and he'll do 7 hours on the regular. He is an amazing sleeper, and even just recently, the past like week or so, he has started being able to put himself to sleep. Like I'll put him in the crib when he's just kind of, you know, he looks pretty tired, like he could totally fall asleep, and he doesn't whine, doesn't fuss. He just like, you know, sucks on his hands and slobbers all over his hands and hums to himself and puts himself to sleep, and it's insane. This is not how my first two kiddos were. Bear is just a very calm and cool baby. If you've watched any of my updates for him, you already know that. He is still that way, and I hope he stays that way because he is just incredible as far as sleep is concerned. And speaking of like slobbering on his hands, he's totally a thumb sucker right now. He's totally slobbers all over his hands. He sucks on like these, like his index finger and his thumb together. He's all about it. And another thing that's different about his older brothers, you know, my older boys weren't really like that. I think my second oldest, my middle baby, he went through a phase where he sucked his thumb, but it was never as much as this guy is doing right now. So he definitely likes it. He's just a totally different, unique individual. It's so weird and so crazy how you can already see different like personality traits in your baby. Like this little guy, he's been giving me some trouble about breastfeeding lately. Like instead of like taking a boobie anytime he's kind of upset or a little bit fussy or anything, like he reserves boobie time only for like right before nap time, which is different than my last baby. My baby Aaron, he would drink a boobie anytime you offered it. He was all about it. And Bear's like, no, I don't need that thing. I only need it, you know, when I'm actually like starving. So I think, I don't know, I don't want to make assumptions about him right now, but I think he's gonna be like his older brother Calvin and very independent and like just do his own thing, whereas my middle baby Aaron was like, he's a mama's boy, and he was always a mama's boy. I don't think Bear is gonna be like that, and I don't want to say it right now, but like I just feel like our nursing journey is not going to be as long as it was with my last baby, Aaron. Aaron I nursed until a few months over 2 years old. My first baby, I think Calvin was like 15 or 16 months. I can see Bear already. I can see Bear giving up on me around the same time that Calvin did. So he did spend his first night at grandma's in this past month, which I was very like on the fence about. I had to spend the whole week leading up to that pumping every morning so I could get a little bit of a stash going so I could send that over to grandma's while he was gone. And I've been totally spoiled not having to pump because I haven't been a working mom. I've been able to be home with him, and I only pumped a little bit in like the newborn days because, you know, I wanted my boobies to feel more comfortable, just trying to, you know, let off some pressure. And having to go that whole week pumping every morning, just once every morning, for like the 5 days leading up to when he stayed the night at grandma's, my boobies were like totally confused. Like for a full like week after that, they were still super full in the morning. You know, they had gotten used to being pumped that extra bit every day. And when I stopped doing that, they were like super full and super annoying. Not super engorged and annoying, but pretty uncomfortable most mornings for like maybe like a week and a half or something after that. And I even ended up getting a plugged duct at, you know, 3.5 months postpartum, which is super weird. I remember with my 2 older boys, the plugged duct stage was like the first couple of months, you know, to get one at 3.5 months postpartum, like that was sucky, not cool. But, you know, I had, you know, kind of done it to myself, having pumped and created the bigger milk supply and then just like cut it off, you know. So anyway, he spent the night at grandma's and he was awesome for her. He actually slept that night. He slept from 9 to 8:30, I think she said. So that was the first night that he slept like a huge amount of time like that. But in the week leading up to that, I think he was already sleeping, you know, a good 7-8 hours at a time. So this guy is seriously the best sleeper. I don't know what we have done to deserve such an awesome sleeper. He's great for naps. He's just great all around. He's just a wonderful little baby in every sense of the word. So he is rolling. He's rolling the hard way. He's rolling from back to belly. He doesn't do the easy way. He did the easy way once when he was just a teeny tiny newborn, where you're like up on your arms and you fall over, you know, and then they kind of like get the hang of it. He still doesn't do that. He hasn't accidentally done it. He hasn't done it on purpose. So he's only going from back to belly, which means he is rolling over in the crib, which I have been super paranoid about. He started doing it just a couple weeks ago, and I've definitely been much more paranoid about that with him because he doesn't know how to go the other way. You know, once he gets stuck on his belly, he doesn't know how to flip over back onto his back. So yeah, I've been kind of paranoid about it, but you know, the pediatrician says it's all good once they learn to do it. But there's really nothing you can do because anytime you lay him down, you go and check on him 5 minutes later, he's already rolled the other way. So I always lay him on his back, but he always rolls back to his belly in the crib. So with that, we've stopped swaddling him at all, and he loved being swaddled before he started rolling around. And then just a few weeks before he started rolling, we only were swaddling him like under the arms. And then once he started like really rolling, we stopped swaddling altogether. And I thought he was gonna have a hard time, you know, breaking from the swaddle. And he's had a totally good time about that as well. He's been super, doesn't care, you know. I thought that he really depended on the swaddle, and then when we took it away, it really hasn't been that big of a difference. So I don't think he was really that as dependent on it as I thought he was. So once again, he's just been great. What's wrong? What's that about? So yeah, overall, Bear is just a really awesome little guy. He's just been doing super, super good. He's a big growing boy. He's so big. I can't believe how big he's grown in this past month. It seems like incredible, you know, just like, you know, weight wise, but also just like the things he's learning to do. And babies grow up before you know it, man. It's so crazy. This guy's gonna be all over the place before we know it. So he's still my baby for now. I hope you guys enjoyed our little update. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'll leave a link down below to the like playlist of all of our monthly updates with Bear. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give the video a thumbs up if you did, and I will talk to you next time. Bye. You wanna say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. No? Okay. No, bye-bye.